Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Hey, good morning, folks.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat.
Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are.
There it is, team. Morning. Morning, wherever you're tuning in from today.
Early bird gets the worm, they say. Here at Positive, we offer a 6-star team. It's a team that help you at every stage of your wealth creation journey. All right, this is going to be fun. Who has played the property game before? Who has been in the game? Who's never played the property game before? Oh, you're in for a treat. Who likes Monopoly? Did anyone like Monopoly when they were a kid? Well, this is Monopoly in real life in this room. Every hour or so, you guys are going to be up and you're going to be running around the room like maniacs trying to play the property game and win the property game.
Today, I wanted to share the lessons, the mistakes, and the wins.
I want everybody to put up their hands who knows their interest rates on all their loans right now.
If you haven't seen me around before, like 13 years in the industry, in property management specifically.
Who likes paying tax? If you need help finding somewhere to donate, I'm sure I can find somewhere else where it can go.
No, we've got an expression in that, let's go and make new mistakes in the world. Who wants to make new mistakes?
These are just strategic moves that can make such a big difference.
So obviously buy well, never sell. Definitely the majority of what everyone's looking to do is collect some A-grade assets, B-grade assets, whatever it might be.
I loved the idea of being a property investor and developing that identity.
Collectively, they have way more years experience in everything that you think you're trying to solve. Because they do it every single day.
Wow, what a way to start our World's Coffee Chat today. I've been off for a couple of weeks, and obviously you can see how rusty I am. Thanks so much, Courtney, for letting me know that I've been on mute, and I had this whole conversation with myself without anybody hearing this morning. That was the video for the Property Summit. Phenomenal event. It's on the Gold Coast from the 13th to the 15th of June. I've dropped a link to the tickets in the chat, and that was just a video of our event last year. So great opportunity to listen to some amazing guest speakers and also the expert 6-star team panel, and an opportunity to network with experts and like-minded people. So get in there and book your tickets. Welcome to Finance Friday. As I said before, but nobody heard, I've been off for a couple of weeks due to holidays. We had Easter long weekend, we had Good Friday, so we're back to Finance Friday. And as always, I love to start with a joke. So, why did the mortgage broker become a therapist? Because they're great at helping people through emotional debt. Lots of talk around interest rates. Just to share with you that our lenders have been moving their fixed rates, which is always an indication for us that they're anticipating that a rate drop will be coming. So everybody is anticipating that at the RBA meeting on the 20th of this month, we will be looking at rate drops. I don't believe, and most of the bank's economists are saying it won't be more than just the 0.25% rate drop. I know that a couple of weeks ago when Trump was going through his tariffs, that there was talk of maybe a 0.5%. But I think this time around it will be 0.25, and most of the economists think that as well. Now, what I wanted to actually do is have a conversation about repayments, because we've had clients that we spoke through over the last couple of weeks who've asked, the difference between paying weekly and monthly. Now, when we finalize the loan approval, we get the loan documents, we get the direct debit. There's a section there that asks you, if you want to pay weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. And there is a conception out there that when you're paying a variable loan, paying weekly, fortnightly actually makes a difference. And that is actually true. If your loan is just a variable loan, then the more repayments you make into the loan, the faster you will pay off the loan. The reason for this is interest gets calculated daily and then accumulated and then charged to you at the end of the month. So basically from that, you can see that by paying principal into the loan, whether it's weekly or monthly, you're actually reducing the principal amount, which means you're reducing the interest that's being charged. Now, at the very beginning of the loan, it doesn't feel like a lot because the majority of your repayments are interest. But as you pay off your loan and the principal, like it's a snowball effect, the principal amount will accumulate more and it will accelerate you paying off your loan so that so you can actually pay off your loan without changing how much you pay. You end up paying the same amount. Both weekly and fortnightly end up making more repayments over the year than you would just your 12 monthly repayments. So Courtney's got a question. Does it make a difference if you have an offset and your money's sitting in there daily? Way to steal my thunder, Courtney. But that was the next part that I was going to dive into, was your offset account, and actually how does it work? And does making weekly, fortnightly repayments in and out when you have an offset home loan, does it actually make a difference? Now, if we go back to the concept of interest being charged daily, you can imagine the money that's sitting in your offset account and the interest that's going to be charged. So the interest that's going to be calculated and then charged back to you. Now, imagine that this $500,000 is your home loan and you've got $200,000 in your offset account. Now, whether the repayments from here to here are weekly or fortnightly or monthly, does it actually make a difference to the balance? No, because this amount will go down. Okay. And this amount will also go down by the same amount. So the balance here would still remain as 300,000. So if you have a home loan and you have an offset account, whether you pay weekly or fortnightly actually does not make a difference. Now, what you want to do is you want to use that offset account and you want to have money sitting in the offset account as long as possible. Every time income comes in, whether it's your wage, whether it's bonuses, whether it's tax refunds, and if you're not getting tax refunds, have a talk to our tax team because I'm pretty sure they'll be able to help you with that. Make sure that that money goes into this account. All right, and you can just leave it in there. You don't actually have to have it go from your offset account into your home loan any more than the regular repayments that you've got set up. Now, there is another part to this that I do talk to my clients about, is that from here, usually your expenses go out. And when your expenses go out, then this goes down, but the balance on here actually increases because now your offset amount has actually dropped. There is a way for us to manage our expenses and keep money in the offset account for the majority of the month. Now, I've spoken to clients, and what we've done is we've set up credit cards to pay these expenses. Now, the credit card repayments here, you would only pay them off monthly, making sure that you don't get charged any interest on that the credit card expenses that you've been paying. So going back to the concept of interest getting charged daily, instead of expenses coming out whenever they're due, if they're coming out on a monthly basis, then the money in your offset is sitting in the offset for, let's say, 29 out of the 30 days. And that 29 days, it is actually saving you interest. So here's a reason to have a credit card, but how you would use it to manage expenses and actually save and accelerate how fast you can pay off your home loan using both your offset account and your credit card. So both your offset account and a credit card to manage your expenses. So I thought I wanted to share that because it was a question that came up with a few of my clients over the last couple of weeks. And, when we were going through and filling out the loan documents, we wanted to get an understanding of the difference that weekly and fortnightly repayments made, and the type of loan that you have, if it's a basic variable, then absolutely look at weekly and fortnightly repayments. But if your variable loan has an offset account attached to it, it actually doesn't make a huge difference. So as long as the money's sitting in the offset account, you're going to get the benefits. Hope that was been helpful for everybody. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. Another reminder that we have a great event coming in June, which is the Property Summit. I will put the link to the tickets again in the chat, and I will replay the video, and I will look forward to catching up with you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
All right, this is going to be fun. Who has played the property game before? Who has been in the game? Who's never played the property game before? Oh, you're in for a treat. Who likes Monopoly? Did anyone like Monopoly when they were a kid? Well, this is Monopoly in real life in this room. Every hour or so, you guys are going to be up and you're going to be running around the room like maniacs trying to play the property game and win the property game.
Today, I wanted to share the lessons, the mistakes, and the wins.
I want everybody to put up their hands who knows their interest rates on all their loans right now.
If you haven't seen me around before, like 13 years in the industry, in property management specifically.
Who likes paying tax? If you need help finding somewhere to donate, I'm sure I can find somewhere else where it can go.
No, we've got an expression in that let's go and make new mistakes in the world. Who wants to make new mistakes?
These are just strategic moves that can make such a big difference.
So obviously buy well, never sell. Definitely the majority of what everyone's looking to do is collect some A-grade assets, B-grade assets, whatever it might be.
I loved the idea of being a property investor and developing that identity.
Collectively, they have way more years' experience in everything that you think you're trying to solve. Because they do it every single day.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.